Forza Motorsport fans will always be jealous of this Gran Turismo 7 experience. Forza will not be able to offer, in my opinion, this sort of race. You see wet conditions here at Spa. Spa is going to be in Forza Motorsport. It's also in GT7, but have a look at the carnage here and the conditions in particular. We're driving Group 3 cars as we go into La Source, and there's absolute carnage everywhere. Now, the reason why is there's a few factors I'm going to let you know about in this video why Forza just will not be able to offer this experience as we're going to go into Eau Rouge. What on earth are we going to do here? Are we going to brake early? Yes, we do. You can see the weather indicator bottom left. Now, Gran Turismo 7 weather, in my opinion, is just going to be miles ahead of Forza. Gran Turismo are so fussy about their wet weather. They don't even do it on every track. They want it to be like meteorologically accurate, if that's the word. And have a look in this video at the puddles of water you're going to see. I'm going to cycle through different angles. You're going to see the authenticity, what happens when we go over a wet patch, when we start aquaplaning, when we go over some curbs. You can see the water in it. Have a look at that moisture meter on the bottom left, but also have a look at my inputs and see what it's going to do to the car, because this is really, really, really accurate. It's something Gran Turismo have been working on for a long time. It's completely different, in my opinion, to what they did in GT Sport, the predecessor. And I think Forza is going to have a bit more of a standard dynamic weather system where you're not going to have these drying lines, because there's going to be drying lines in this race. And you're actually going to see me sort of pick lines through where I'm going to avoid the wet patches. Even now, I'm doing some reconnaissance. My eyes are glancing around. I'm having a look. Where is there standing water? Where is there water on the curbs? Where do I want to avoid it? You can see the water still coming down here, and it's just generally wet everywhere. You can see it's wet over the curbs, going over the indicator. This race as well, by the way, this is a Kireth Community Racing just lobby night. There's experts in our community. They host the lobbies. They do the best settings. They make everyone feel welcome. They look after everyone. You guys and girls know how to enter them these days. They run every single night pretty much. Again, that is different to the sort of Forza experience that I've got before, except there's no voice chat here, so people are in a PlayStation party. Now you're starting to see the standing water. See on the outside there on the AstroTurf, standing water, more standing water there. Look at the graphics right now. Is there a better looking game on the planet than what you are seeing right now? See patches of water on the right hand side, big puddles. I know to avoid those, don't want to go over those because I will aquaplane. So the simulation is realistic in that sense. If you go over them, they're absolutely waterlogged on the inside here at Spa. Is everyone going to run wide on the exit? We will see. We're up to P4 at the moment. We'll have to see how we can do in this race, what our pace is. But this kind of experience, I'm sorry Forza fans, and I might get some heat from this as a leader's gone off there. Oh, coming in. Very difficult to break here. You're just not going to get, I think, a random lobby with as good and fair quality as racing as you're seeing now. This is a sort of race where if people run you wide, they'll hang back and give you the position back. If people hit you by mistake, they'll normally hand back, give you the position back. It's very rare to see that. As I go very deep into La Source, I'm going to get absolutely swamped. Same with the leader. We are the first two cars, really, so we're finding out just how wet it is. And I talked about the standing water. There we are over it. Is Forza going to look better than this in the wet weather conditions? I don't know. There's going to be ray tracing in Forza. And now look at the conditions changing. We've got the sun coming in, so we're going to have sunlight on the standing water, so it's really going to identify where the puddles are. They're going to glisten, and the game now you're going to see is, I'm not sure there's a game that's better looking than this. As we're going up the inside of the Porsche here on the back straight, look at the spray trying to pick at my braking mark inside. Almost impossible to do so, but we do brake, and now we can sort of see through the spray. Are you getting a tingling feeling on your arms that is sort of, got that wet, post-rain shower feeling? I'm feeling it right now. It kind of feels authentic. And by the way, if I had PSVR 2 on right now, I would be getting the phantom heat on my arms, 100%. Let me know in the comments if you know what I mean by that phantom heat, because it's a very peculiar sensation that I don't think anyone really talks about. As we do go wide here, oh no, got to keep in touch. We do have the pace here, but we don't want to have any big incidents and have to recover it massively. As we go through the middle, and you can see even we've got the rear view mirror on the Peugeot RCZ screen there. That is accurate to my Peugeot RCZ in real life. Has the same pop-up screen actually. As we're struggling here, oh, can we keep it? No, we're gonna lose the back end. Got to save it. Just about save it. Right. So we've got a little bit of work to do. We'll go back into this view, and it's actually going to give us a great view of those patches of water. You can have a look where they are this lap. where they're going to be next lap, because you'll see them dynamically change. Some people say that the weather changes too quickly in Gran Turismo 7. I'm not sure about that. You end up having a endurance feel of a race in a 3-lap race is pretty incredible. And I'm not sure that any 3-lap race in Forza is going to be able to stand up to what you're seeing here. I don't think that's any sort of Gran Turismo bias I have, being, you know, inherently a Gran Turismo YouTuber, or that's just me sort of not really having the faith in Forza able to deliver that experience based on what I was doing in Forza Motorsport 7. That was very chaotic lobbies, very difficult to have good and fair racing. As we're going to come steaming in here, going to be very difficult to pick our break point coming in. On the brakes, we're quite late. Oh, no. Oh, no, we're going to hit the Dutch driver. And we wait a little bit, but he decides to, as you're going to see here, I think he goes into the pits because he might be trying to change his tyres to the soft tyre, which would be a very brave strategy, but one that could pay off. As we go into La Source now, how is it going to be? Any grip? We go a little bit deep. No, we're pretty good on the last lap here, so we are 3/10 off the German ahead of us. And it probably is absolutely intermediate conditions, I would say. Now, not dry weather tyres, but intermediate tyres. And we'll try and go up La Source again. Have a look at the graphics. You can see the spray in the distance up as we go on the top of Radion here. In real life, they have the grandstand on the left-hand side. That's a great viewing place if you ever do go to Spa. And actually, the grandstands, not grandstands, the people on the left of the Kemmel Straight is actually pretty populated today, which is awesome to see, and having that vibe that you rarely get. This is also a really populated area in real life here by Lake Coombe. Lots of hot dog stands and stuff like that as well. But yeah, we're getting a bit more of a vibe to GT7. We've got some sort of gazebos out there as well, and it's feeling a little bit more lively. We don't always get that. Look at the grandstand up there as well, filled up. So I'm liking it. This is GT7 doing a really good showcase. This is pretty much as good as Gran Turismo 7 gets. Now you can see the moisture meter is trying to lose the back end, going over that curb. There is going to be water. Are there going to be any more sort of big puddles that we want to avoid? Looks like it's drying quite quickly. We're on the wet weather tyres, so I might actually be hunting for some wet weather patches already on the tarmac. How quickly it changed from that storm. We're only half a second behind the German, and we'll see what we can do. The pack up here is led by KCR T66, one of the mods in Kireth Community Racing, who's putting together this lobby tonight. Absolutely great stuff from team. We might try and go up the inside of the Mazda here. Can we go up the inside of the Mazda? Back out, because I think he's going to turn. Yes, he does. Bit of moisture on the inside, but the Mazda's all over the shop, really struggling for traction. We go purple, fastest car on track. And then can we go up the inside of him and the police car? Yes, we do. So we're back up to P5. Never say never. And now we're behind the old leader. How the tables have turned here. What a race. Let me know in the comments, by the way, if you think Forza is going to be able to compete with this. And make sure you subscribe as well if you want to see more GT7 as Forza. We're coming in here. Both of us have really struggled before. Coming on the brakes, trying to get it on stop. No, the Audi loses it a little bit. That's a very controversial moment, but I don't think in good faith I can get that overtake done. So I'm going to back out here and let the Audi retake that position. But a great battle here in a Kireth Community Racing lobby, and I think Forza will not be able to offer you an experience like this.